if you are the product. And really, that's what we need to consider. Not all the accolades, the achievements, the trophies that you collect in life, and those could come in multiple form, from the work that you have done, to the ladders of career that you climbed, to the places that you visited, to all the things that you have amassed. Put those aside. But if you are the product, then only time can bring that precision in your life. If you have to get to being an excellent product yourself, a human being who's valued in all aspects of life by anyone who comes in contact with you, then you need to give yourselves time, because it's only with that that you will pick up lessons of excellence and see real progress. In fact, on this theme, I've had so many discussions, and I invariably find that when I say in life, if you are becoming a product, a better product, slow is fast, less is more. A lot of people find it significantly challenging to relate to this. And where we need to go with this is to understand that you have to take every single moment into account. Slow here doesn't mean that you slow down in life, you do less. No, the point here is that you have to slow down to every moment, be attentive in every moment, do everything with mindfulness. There is an intent that you need to bring to everything. And when you act with intent, it has to emerge into clarity about what you belong to. And that clarity has to give itself to accountability so that you finish what you start in a logical way. That's why slow is fast. And when we say less is more, we are not asking you to do very less. But here, wherever you're doing something, take small chunks, break things down, focus on the detail. So when we say less is more, here we are talking about going into the nitty-gritties, into the details of relationship, about work, about things that you do, the way you present yourself, the way you talk, the way you carry, the way you learn, what you internalize, all of those things. So I'll say again, if you are the product, slow is fast and less is more. If you follow that and do what you really need to do, you'll become an exceptionally powerful product. Not 5, 10, 15 years down the line. These are powerful perspectives that will make you really stand out in a couple of months' time, because people will notice the difference in every single interaction that you have. And when I say slow is fast and less is more, what I also intend for you to do in this time is that you need to learn from others, because there is so much out there. There are so many perspectives that to gain from. If you're attentive, you can learn from literally anyone around. It doesn't have to be just books or a few teachers or one mentor or one coach. You can literally learn from your family members, people at work, in the gathering. You go to a restaurant, you go for a vacation, you can learn from everyone that you meet. Because fundamentally, life is the best teacher and the biggest textbook that you need to expose to. But you have to give it time. If you don't focus, like I said, if you don't slow down and pay attention to every single moment, you will miss out on something. But here it's not just about slowing down to pay attention to others, but it's also, as I say, from what our ancient sages have done, about Adhyayan, Manan and Chintan, which means to learn from others. But Manan here means to reflect on that very deeply. What is this concept? What does this concept mean towards life? What are the deeper connections that I need to be aware about this concept? How does it manifest? How do you apply it? How can I take this concept and make it mine? How can I make it bigger and contribute more? So we need to have this kind of attentiveness in whichever role that we are playing in life, especially in our organizational life where we are spending a significant amount of time, but definitely in all other aspects of our life where we are becoming the human that we are becoming. So become a great organizational citizen, but become a great human being for that. And as you learn from others, as you learn and go into the Adhyayan, Manan and Chintan, what I will encourage you to emerge for yourself is the second part, which is learn what you stand for. And this essentially is what is your identity? What are your values? What are the contributions that you will make, in the sense that how will you leave the world a better place than you found it? How will you hand over everything that you got in a better way? And that applies to your home and family life, that applies to your society, the roads, the environment, the world itself. We as the human race today really need to ask ourselves this question, that what do I stand for, in far less selfish ways and far more contributive ways to others and the system that we live in. We definitely need to care for ourselves, but we need to go beyond and answer, what do I stand for? And unless you are learning from others, unless you are learning from everybody, unless you're doing your Adhyayan, Manan, Chintan, you will not be able to get to what do you stand for, and a clean identity and a clean contribution towards others. And as you emerge with your learnings, as you emerge with your identity, put your learnings to good use. As soon as you learn, start putting it to use, because that's the only way that you will find the utility of what you're learning, and you'll be able to improvise on that learning. Because to understand a core subject, there are many layers, and not everything comes out in one learning session. No book, no human, no experience, no story can tell you all aspects that are there. So it is unto us to experience things and to apply our conceptual thinking, our complex manipulations in our mind, to really understand what is there. So put your learnings to good use and reflect and figure out what are the deeper connections where you need to improve and improvise. And as you do this, naturally you will evolve. So to evolve is the next big thing for which we need time and attention. So now you would have seen that everything that I have described, for that you will need to slow down. So slow is fast, less is more. Only then will you be able to learn, internalize, and create the identity and contribute. But the biggest thing for which slow is fast and less is more is to evolve. Because when we are evolving, it's not just about accumulating things in our head. It's not about assimilating. We have to accommodate. We have to adjust our knowledge so that everything is neatly arranged and linked together, so that when we need to use what we need to use, our breadth, our depth, and our multidimensionality comes into play. So as you go through with life, if you're mastering sports, you will become a better worker. As you master music, you will become better at time management. When you master your health, you will become so much better at taking care of others. When you master utilizing resources better, you will start taking care of the environment so much better. So it's all interconnected, and that's the evolution that we need to come around to. So the question is, are you the greatest product that you really can be? If not, you have to understand that if you are the product, only time can bring precision. Your excellence, your real progress is going to take a little while, and you have to slow down to be fast to get to that result, and you have to do less so that you can do a lot more of what is really required.